Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Machine Learning Basics course. Whether you are completely new to machine learning or brushing up your skill, this course will equip you with a strong foundation in understanding how machine learn, analyze data, and make prediction. So this is the course Master the Foundation of Machine Learning. We are Tech 7 Force from Udemy. So let's get started with what you will gain from this journey. So what will you learn? So the first one is Python basics refresher. So a quick introduction to Python, setting up your environment and essential library for machine learning. So the second is understanding machine learning, like definition, types, and application of machine learning. Another one is supervised learning, dive into regression, classification, and practical projects. Also, another one is unsupervised learning, explore clustering and dimensionality reduction techniques. And we go to advanced topic like reinforcement learning, assemble method, and real-world case studies. So this course is carefully structured to take you from the basic of Python programming to understanding machine learning concepts like supervised and unsupervised learning, and even advanced technique. Along the way, you will work on projects to solidify your skills. Why Python for machine learning? So Python is the language of machine learning, like beginners-friendly syntax, a rich ecosystem of machine learning libraries such as NumPy, Pandas, scikit-learn, TensorFlow, and etc. So also widely adopted by industry professionals and researchers. Before we dive into machine learning, we'll ensure you're comfortable with Python, the language of machine learning. Python's simplicity and powerful libraries make it the top choice for data scientists worldwide. So what are the course structures? So the first one is like introduction to machine learning, like concepts, application, and overview. Second, supervised learning, algorithms like regression and classification. The third one is unsupervised learning, like clustering and dimensionality reduction. Also, reinforcement learning, decision-making model, and the last one is practical application and case studies. So each module builds on the previous one, starting with introduction to machine learning, progressing through supervised and unsupervised learning technique, and ending with advanced topic and hands-on projects. So what are the real-world application, like why we learn machine learning? So industry demand. So data is the new oil, and machine learning experts are in high demands. Diverse application like machine learning powers industry like healthcare, finance, e-commerce, and more. Career opportunity: boost your skill for roles like data scientist, ML engineering, and AI specialists like machine learning is transforming industry and opening doors to exciting career opportunities. By mastering machine learning, you will gain the skill to solve real-world problems and stay ahead in today's competitive job market. So why choose this course? We have comprehensive curriculum, cover everything from Python basic to advanced machine learning technique. Like practical projects, work on real-world datasets to solidify your knowledge. Step-by-step approach designed for beginners with clear, easy-to-follow lessons. So this course is crafted for beginner, offering a step-by-step guide to mastering machine learning. By the end of the course, you will not only understand the concept but also have the confidence to apply them in real-world scenarios. So start your machine learning journey today. Unlock your power of the data and algorithms with machine learning, transfer your career with sought-after skills, and join a growing community of learners and professionals. Now is the perfect time is now is the perfect time to start your journey into machine learning. With this course, you will gain in-demand skill, work on practical projects, and unlock your potential in the field of AI and data science. Don't wait, let's get started today. Thank you guys for watching. So this is the course of machine learning. See you guys in the next video. Thank you. Okay, hello, welcome everyone. So welcome to the first step in our journey to mastering machine learning. In this section, we will uncover what machine learning is, how it differs from artificial intelligence and deep learning, and explore its purpose and importance in today's data-driven world. So what is machine learning? So machine learning is the foundation of modern AI and data-driven solution. Definition of machine learning. So machine learning is a subset of AI that focus on enabling system to learn from data without being explicitly programmed. So it uses algorithms and statistical models to identify patterns, make decisions, and improve performance over time. So machine learning is all about empowering computers to learn and improve from data, enabling them to identify patterns and make predictions without the need for explicit instruction. Think of it as teaching machines to adapt and evolve, much like how humans learn from experience. So why machine learning? So the purpose of machine learning is like automated decision making process. The second one is improve efficiency and accuracy in tasks, solve complex problem with minimal human intervention. So the primary purpose of machine learning is to automate and enhance decision making process, making them faster and more accurate. By leveraging data, machine learning helps solve problems that are otherwise too complex for traditional programming. Also, what is the difference between artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning? Artificial intelligence is the overarching concept of machine simulated human intelligence. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence focused on learning from data. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning utilizing neural network to mimic human brain function. So artificial intelligence is the broad that include machine learning and deep learning, while artificial intelligence aims to simulate human intelligence as a whole. Machine learning specifically focuses on enabling machine to learn from data. Deep learning takes this further by mimicking the structure of the human brain through neural network. So if you want to more concept about this, so we can go through this like artificial intelligence, ML, and deep learning. So as you can see here, so this is the simulated, or what's the difference about AI, machine learning, and deep learning. So artificial intelligence, the ability of machine to imitate intelligent human behavior. So machine learning is application of AI that allows a system to automatically learn and improve from experience. Application of machine learning that use complex algorithms and deep neural nets to train a model. So deep learning is inside of the machine learning, and machine learning is inside of the artificial intelligence. So they go not they don't overlap. They don't have a section, but they overlap. So it's really an important concept. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning concept difference between three of them. So you should know that they're not different, but they just a subset of concepts. So machine learning is a subset of AI, and deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So this is a goal, something like this. So also, as you can hear, as in the deep learning is also as there's a generative AI, which is a subset of deep learning models that generate content like text, image, or code based on provided input. So we know there's AI, machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI. So we move on to the in here like real-world application of machine learning, like image recognition, used in facial recognition, security, and medical imaging. Also, recommendation system like Power platform like Netflix, YouTube, and Amazon's. Also, there's a fraud detection like identify suspicious activity in banking and finance. Also, in healthcare, predict disease and personalized treatment plans. Machine learning is at the heart of many technological advances we see today, from recognizing faces in photos and predicting your next favorite movie to detecting fraudulent transactions and transforming healthcare. Machine learning has a far-reaching impact on our everyday lives. So we go back in the example. Like as we can see here, self-driving cars like AI, machine learning use help cars identify object, predict other behavior, and plan routes. So we can see in here. Okay, maybe this example of AI used in maybe games or prediction. Machine learning can use in spam or something like that. Maybe we go here artificial intelligence examples. So artificial intelligence examples is like virtual assistant, autonomous vehicle, healthcare, something like this. There's more example for AI and something like recommendation system, and recommendation system is using deep learning algorithms are used to suggest what to watch on Netflix or what to buy on Amazon. And if you can see, if you know that maybe in Instagram or in YouTube they use a suggestion to watch or ads or something like that to match your algorithm. So it uses the machine learning or AI. So there is examples between AI, machine learning, and deep learning. We can see in here machine learning. So yeah, it's same with my PowerPoint. So self-driving cars and where machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence comes in. So machine learning identify object on the road, detecting pedestrians, vehicles, signs, and obstacles using sensor data, predicting the behavior of other vehicle, anticipating movement of surrounding vehicle based on historical data. So deep learning recognize the objects in image. So deep learning is analyzing camera image to classify and identify object in the environment. So AI is plan the routes and optimizing paths, controlling the car speeds, making driving decision, and etc. So in summary, artificial intelligence represents the broader concept of crafting intelligent machine. So the broader is AI. So the subset is machine learning. Also another subset is deep learning. It's same with the concept I told you earlier. Okay, it's same right here, a real world application using AI and machine learning, recommendation system, fraud detection, and healthcare. So I think that's guys. Thank you for watching. So I will see you guys in the next video for explanation about type of machine learning. Thank you and see you in the next video. Hello, welcome back everyone. So welcome to the subsection this type of machine learning, where we will explore the three main types of machine learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Each of these approach offer unique capabilities and is suited to specific kind of tasks. So what is the type of machine learning and the pillars of data-driven intelligence? So the first one is supervised learning, learning with labels. So the definition is use label data to train model for predicting outcomes. So key algorithms is linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, and SVMs. For example, it's like a spam mail detection, predicting house prices, classifying image, like for example, cats versus dogs. So supervised learning relies on label data, where the model learns to predict outcome based on input-output pairs. It's like teaching a student by providing both the question and answer, helping the model generalize and make predictions on unseen data. Unsupervised learning. So unsupervised learning, finding hidden patterns. So unsupervised learning works with unlabeled data to discover structure and patterns. Like key algorithms is like key means clustering, PCA, and DBSCN. For example, as is customer segmentation in marketing, anomaly detection in cybersecurity, document clustering, like example for grouping news article by topic. So unlike supervised learning, unsupervised learning doesn't have labeled data. Instead, it identifies hidden patterns and relationships within the datasets, making it ideal for clustering and dimensionality reduction tasks. So the last one is reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is learning through interaction. Reinforcement learning is an agent learns to make decisions by interaction with the environment, retrieving awards or penalties. Key techniques is like Q-learning and deep Q networks, and real-world use is like robotic. Example is teaching robots to navigate space, game AI like AlphaGo, autonomous vehicle like self-driving cars. So reinforcement learning is a unique approach where agents learns by interacting with their environment, by receiving rewards for correct action and penalty for incorrect ones. This system excels in tasks requiring sequential decision making, such as robotic and gaming. So what's the comparisons of these learning types? So the first one is supervised. It has requirement is labeled data, but unsupervised is unlabeled data. Reinforcement learning is interactive feedback. So key use case is like classification regression and clustering dimensionality reduction in supervised and decision making in reinforcement learning. So example in supervised is like spam detection, image recognition. Example in unsupervised is customer segmentation, anomaly detection. Example in reinforcement learning is self-driving cars, game AI. Like to summarize, supervised learning excel at prediction tests with labeled data. Unsupervised learning is powerful for uncovering patterns in unlabeled data. And reinforcement learning thrives in environment requirement requiring continuous interaction and decision making. So we can see in our here supervised learning, unsupervised, and reinforcement. So what's the difference if we Google it? So if you can see, like unsupervised learning is using non-labeled data. You can see this a point like this. We go to our differences. Supervised is using label, unsupervised is unlabeled data. So unsupervised, they don't label the data, but they recognize the patterns, right? So they recognize the patterns. But supervised is they label the data like X and 0 like this, but they label the data. But reinforcement learning, they just learn themselves. So it's really a good experience. So there's also an semi-supervised, like half is labeled and half is unlabeled. So yeah, something like that. So unsupervised is non-label, supervised is you label them, semi is you half label and non-label, and reinforcement they just learn themselves. Yeah, something like this. For example, like supervised learning, like classification and regression, like my PowerPoint earlier. So the classification in the label data like logistic regression, decision trees, random forest, and etc. So regression is like linear regression, random forest, KNN, SVM, and neural networks. As you can see, like clustering is K-means clustering, hierarchical clustering, and other unsupervised. And reinforcement learning is using Q-learning, L-learning, and TD learning. So this is an example from Google. Supervised is you label the data and you have training the data like this. Yeah. So they just label training and test output like this. But unsupervised, you don't label the data. So it's really a cool example in here. So it's really same with my comparing learning types. Okay, everyone. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video. Okay, welcome back everyone. So in this slide, we introduce the concept of the machine learning pipeline. So machine learning involves a structured process to build accurate and efficient models. So the key step is first is data collection, like gathering relevant data. Data cleaning is removing noise and inconsistency. And the third one is feature selection, like identifying important variables. Also the model training, teaching the algorithm within the data. And the last one is model evaluation, testing performance on unseen data. So, machine learning pipeline, a structured approach to building models. Each step from data collection to evaluation is essential to creating accurate and reliable prediction. So, let's explore these steps in detail. So, the first one is data collection and cleaning. Like data collection is like database, API, sensors, and web scraping. So the importance is quality data, ensure accurate prediction. Data cleaning is like handling missing values and outliers. And also removing duplicate and irrelevant data. So the first step is collecting data, the backbone of any machine learning model. High quality data ensure the model learn effectively. Following this, data cleaning is crucial to address missing values, remove duplicate, and eliminate irrelevant information. The step 2 is feature selection. Selecting the most unrelevant feature variable for the model. So the technique is manual selection based on the domain expertise. Automated methods like correlation analysis feature important metrics. What are the benefits is like reduce computational complexity and then enhance model performance. Like after cleaning, we focus on feature selection, choosing the most important variable for the model. This reduces complexity and improve performance. Technique range from manual selection using domain expertise to automated methods like correlation analysis. The step 3 is model training and evaluation. So model training is using algorithms to learn pattern from the data. For example, it's like regression, classification, and clustering. Model evaluation is like metric accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. Method is like train, test, split, and cross-validation. The final step in the pipeline are training the model and evaluating its performance. The training phase involves teaching the algorithm using the collected data. In the evaluation phase, metrics like accuracy and recall access the model's ability to generate new data. End-to-end example of machine learning pipeline. So the scenario is maybe predicting house prices. Data collection is real estate data sets, and data cleaning is handling missing property details. The feature selection is like location, size, and number of rooms. Model training is regression algorithms. Model evaluation is like testing on unseen properties. To bring it all together, we see the prediction of house prices. From collecting data on property to cleaning and selecting features, we train a regression model and evaluate its prediction on unseen data. This showcases how its pipeline step work in practice. So we will go through this in later, and we go to coding in using Python, but we just learn about theories for this section. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Okay, welcome back guys. In this section, we will go through a few key concepts in machine learning. So we will go understanding the core concept. So in this video, we will go through the theories and concept. We will go to coding in Python letters in another section, but this section we will go to overview of the concept of machine learning first. So later on, we will go through the coding. So if you already know the theory, maybe you will go to the section of coding, but this section we will go to just the theory. Introduction to key concept in machine learning. So understanding the core concept, like key concept from the foundation of machine learning and influences model success, like features like input variables used to predict outcomes, labels like the output variable or target that the model learns to predict, datasets, collection of features and label used to train and evaluate models. So to build effective machine learning models, understanding the key concept is essential. Features represent the input variable that drive prediction, while labels are the outcomes we aim to forecast. Together, features and label form datasets, the building blocks of any machine learning project. This section delves into this fundamental. So there's also like features, label, and datasets like like I explained earlier. So features, label, and datasets like feature measurable properties like or inputs like for example age or income. Labels is the desired prediction or outcome like maybe a house price, right? So in the dataset is using training datasets used to train the model, and validation datasets used to tune model parameter. So test dataset used to evaluate model performance. In machine learning, features and label are vital. For instance, in predicting house price, features may include age, size, and location, etc., while label is the price. Datasets are categorized into training, validation, and test set, each serving distinct role in the model of development process. So if you want to make it simple, so features is like x variables, label is y variable. So we can see like features, label, and datasets in Google. So in here, like a feature is x variable, like maybe the position, experience, skill, country, and city, and the label is y variable is salary in dollars. So for a simple explanation is like that. Okay, so feature is like x variable and label is y variable, but we learn about x is always numeric, like so like height or weight. So maybe height of the class like 160 centimeter or something like that, but the features is non-numeric, like we can see is city and country or something like this, right? So labels can be non-numeric too, so they can have a low, high, medium. So it's really simple like that. Also we can see like data set, training and validation and test data set. Training and test data set. So training is like this. Maybe for example, train all of data sets is they have 80% of training data and validation data and test data. So you can see like training set is to train the model, validation is to make sure the model are not overfitting, and testing to determine the accuracy of the model. So it's like this. This is a full data set. Training is the inside sub of full data sets, and testing is sub in testing set. Training is another sub is training and validation. So we go in our 4 point is like overfitting and underfitting. So overfitting, model perform well on training data but poorly on unseen data. It's like caused by excessive complexity, like too many parameters, right? So there's too many variable x, so it has overfitting. Underfittings, like model fails to capture patterns in training data caused by overly simplistic models. So the X is too much is not good, not too simple or too low is not really good also. So you want to achieve a balance for optimal performance. Overfitting and underfitting are common challenges in machine learning. So overfitting occurs when a model memorizes the training data, leading to poor generalization. So on the other hand, underfitting results from models that are too simple, missing key patterns. Striking the right balance is crucial for reliable prediction. So this is a trend validation and test set. So splitting data for success. My training set is used to train the model. Validation set like help fine-tune the parameter, prevent overfitting by testing on unseen data. Test set is final evaluation of model. So model performance. Standard split ratio is 70% training, 15% validation, and 15% testing. As you can see right here in here, like training is 70% and validation is 15% and 15% is for testing. So you can see like this is 70% and validation is 50% and testing is 50% from the full data set. So you make a subsection from the full data set, something like this, right? So 7% at random and the remaining is test, and here something like that. So you should know that training a data set for machine learning is important to make them have a training, validation, and test. Okay, so it's really important to use the model to subsection them. So something. So to ensure robust model performance, data is divided into training, validation, and test set. The training set helps the model learns, the validation set fine-tunes it, and the test set evaluates its ability to generalize. Using appropriate split ratio is critical for achieving reliable results. So it's like something like I told you earlier. So it's really important to make a train, validation, and test sets in the all of the data sets. Okay guys, thank you for watching. So I will see you guys in the next video. And remember, this section of for the theory, we want to coding later in another section. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Okay, welcome back guys. So in this video, we will go to tools and library for machine learning. So tools and library for machine learning is like accession tools and library used in machine learning. Focus on Python, best tool for simplicity and versatility. Like machine learning becomes significantly easier with the right tools and library. In this section, we will explore Python, most popular library for machine learning, and how to set up your environment for efficient workflow. Like Python library for machine learning is, for example, is scikit-learn, like comprehensive library for supervised and unsupervised learning. Easy to use API for beginner. So if you learn about library in my Python course, it has I explain a little bit about library. So we go to scikit-learn, pandas, matplotlib, and etc. So you will go to the Python basics, so you know what the libraries are. Also, there's a pandas. Pandas is used for data manipulation and analysis, like provides powerful data structure like data frames. So NumPy, efficient numerical computation, and multi-dimensional array. NumPy is basis for many other libraries, like including pandas and scikit-learn. Also, there's a matplotlib. So for data visualization and plotting, matplotlib also help understand data and model performance visually. So Python ecosystem offers several libraries that cater to different aspects of machine learning. Scikit-learn provides machine learning algorithms, pandas and NumPy handle data manipulation and computation, and matplotlib is perfect for visualizing data and results. This tool forms the foundation for most machine learning projects. So there's also a lot of Python library for machine learning, but this is the most we use later. So I want to remember this library. Also, the next one is setting up your environment like Jupyter Notebook, like interactive environment for codings, visualization, and documentation, ideal for prototyping and learning. So the other ones is IDE, like integrated development environment like PyCharm, VS Code, suitable for larger project and robust debugging tools. Another installation of library like use pip to install library, example like pip install scikit-learn, pandas, numpy, matplotlib, and etc. So setting up your environment is crucial for smooth workflow. Jupyter Notebooks is a great starting point for beginners due its interactive capability, while IDE is like PyCharm or VS Code are excellent for more complex projects. And don't forget to install the necessary libraries using Python's pip package manager. I will. I already told you about this in my Python basics, so I will not go to installation and another thing, but I will go through this course with Google Colabs. So Google Colabs is really a simple explanation. Like we go to Google Colabs like this, right? So like machine learning is like we use this in our. Maybe I go to Google Colab like this. So Google Colab is one of the good example for like this. Yeah, what is Colab getting started, something like this. So I already told you about this earlier, so I will not go through that again. So with Colab you can immediately set like this is already have a machine learning use case in the Google Colab, like so we will use Google Colabs in this course. Okay. Why use this tool? Like it simplifies complex tasks like data processing and model building, speed up development with pre-built function algorithms, and offer robust debugging and visualization capability. These tools not only simplify the process working with data, but also enhance productivity by providing pre-built function and algorithms. Additionally, their visualization and debugging features make them indispensable for every machine learning practitioner. So thank you guys for watching. So the next section we will go to the coding. We will go to the machine learning example for in Google Colab. So I will see you guys in the next section. Thank you for watching.